Hey this is the third part of the gamer, and this is going to be a three-part series. And let's get started. This series is about the NFC North, and we're going to take a look at all three teams. How many quarterbacks did the Bears, Lions, and Vikings go through while Aaron Rodgers was the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers? And the first part is we're looking at the Chicago Bears. Now, I looked it up. Chicago Bears went through 16 quarterbacks during the time span of Aaron Rodgers' 18-year career in Green Bay. But we're just going to focus on two of the main QBs that did anything for the Bears. So here we go. The list of quarterbacks the Bears had was Kyle Orton in 2008, but he was drafted in 2003. Rex Grossman, Jay Cutler, Todd Collins, Caleb Haney, Josh McCown, Jason Campbell, Jimmy Clausen, Matt Barkley, Brian Hoyer, Mitchell Trubisky, Mike Lennon, Chase Daniels, Nick Foles, Andy Dalton, and the recent quarterback, Justin Fields. But like I said, we're only going to look at two quarterbacks that did some stuff for the Chicago Bears. And those two quarterbacks are Rex Grossman and Jay Cutler. So the first guy we're going to look at is Rex Grossman. Rex Grossman was a first-round pick of the Bears in 2003. He was the 22nd overall pick out of Florida. And during his time in Chicago, he led the team to a NFC Championship game and a Super Bowl in 2006. Because Aaron Rodgers got drafted in 2005, so Rodgers was technically not a starter, but he was on the Green Bay Packers. His time in Chicago, Rex Grossman, in that year, in 2006, the Super Bowl year, he had 262 completions and he on 480 attempts. He had 3,193 yards that year. He averaged about 6.7. He threw 23 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. That's not great. But he did take the Bears to the Super Bowl. But after that, he had a mediocre career, and they only kept him around for 2 more seasons. After the 2008 season, the Bears let Rex Grossman go into free agency, and he signed with the Houston Texans. But his time in Houston, Texas was not that great. he got hurt, and his stats with the Texans were 0 touchdown, 1 interception, and he got hurt. Then he played 2 more seasons with Washington, and yeah, that's all about it. But his whole career stats were 10,232 yards, 56 touchdowns with 660 interceptions. That was his whole career. But he did take the Bears to the Super Bowl, and they went up against the Indianapolis Colts. And I believe that Super Bowl was in the Miami, Florida, I believe. It was a good game. I was about 26 years old when that happened. And the first play in the Super Bowl was a kick return by Devin Hester. But after that touchdown, the Bears did nothing in the Super Bowl. And that was Rex Grossman's whole career, is that he went to a Super Bowl with the Chicago Bears in 2006. Now, the next guy we're going to look at is another Chicago Bears successful quarterback, and that is Jay Cutler. Although he did not get drafted by the Bears, he did play for the Bears. In 2009, the Bears traded for Jay Cutler from the Denver Broncos, because that year, Denver, they drafted Tim Tebow, so they did not need Jay Cutler. But I think that was a big mistake on their part. And Jay Cutler, he was out of Vanderbilt. He got drafted in 2006, 1 year after Aaron Rodgers got drafted by the Green Bay Packers. And Jay Cutler earned Pro Bowl in 2008. Following his career, Cutler was traded to the Bears, where he played 8 seasons. His most successful season came in 2010, where he led the Bears to a division title and a NFC Championship game appearance. But he got released by Chicago. And then he spent his 2 other years in Miami. But we're just going to look at his stats while he was with the Chicago Bears. In his NFC Championship year, where he went to the NFC Championship, that year he had 261 completions on 314 attempts. And all he had was 2,319 yards passing, and he averaged about 7.4 yards a throw. That year he had 13 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. And he did take the Bears to the NFC Championship game. And that was a good championship game, because that was against the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. That was the Super Bowl year for the Packers. But we all know what happened in the NFC Championship game that year to Jay Cutler. it looked like Jay Cutler got injured in the second half of that game, and he looked fine on the sideline. And I thought he was going to come back in, but he never came back into the game. And we all saw Jay Cutler on the sideline riding exercise bike. I don't know what all that was about. Because if you can ride an exercise bike, you can actually. I don't know why he didn't go in and play, but it happened, and we all know what happened. The backup quarterback came in, and they lost the NFC Championship game, and it put Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers into the Super Bowl. But those are the two most successful quarterbacks that the Bears had during Aaron Rodgers' 18th season with the Green Bay Packers. So that is what it was, and yeah, guys, that's what it is. But yeah, but I hope you like the new series. Part 2 is coming out, and we are gonna focus on the Vikings next part. And I hope you guys are excited for that one too. Anyway, guys, like I said, stay safe, stay positive, and always go Pack Go. And I hope you like the video. All right, you guys, you have a good one.